Well, good morning.
Good morning. I just kind of wonder if people can stand two good-looking Pastor Bobs this early in the morning. Just
I know.
wondering.
With Thanksgiving tomorrow, I know a lot of people are probably being thankful that they get to start their morning looking at two Pastor
I know,
Bobs.
exactly. And not just one, but two.
Yeah, yeah. As you
Yeah,
said, this is a cross we have to bear.
it is. And well, if we have to, we have to. Now, I want you to notice I am color coordinated today.
Wow.
I know, huh?
Yeah, you're really getting to be a Mr. GQ there.
I'm Mr. Hipster.
Yes.
So I went to Hobby Lobby and they have all their Christmas stuff out. And I went there with my mom and we looked through all the stuff and I thought there's really nothing I need until I saw this mug and I thought, oh my gosh, it matches my outfit.
Yes, it does. And
So
it's yeah, Buffalo plaid, that's the way to go.
it is. And I'm kind of addicted to buffalo plaid.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think we should see a sanctuary T-shirt or something with buffalo plaid in it
I've
sometime.
thought about that. Don't think I haven't. Don't think I haven't. Yes. So you doing well, Bob?
Yeah, yeah, things are going well here. We have a warm day. That's we're gonna be at 50 today, and then the bottom's gonna fall out. But kids are off from school now, and for Thanksgiving break, and life's been going pretty good. How about you?
We're doing good. It's a little colder than that here.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah. We've had real cold weather, been in the 20s at night,
Wow,
which is
that's really cold for there.
not the usual thing for Nash Vegas. But yeah, it's a little chilly.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
and I have Match is here visiting me with his family. We're
Busy.
going to have him on the show today, actually. And
Oh, good.
he's an actor in Hollywood, and it's been in a lot of movies and TV shows and commercials, and he's a actor because he's really a character. Just
Okay.
saying.
And we had him
Yeah,
on one of our first or original shows, didn't we?
we did. We talked about the motorcycle ministry, but I thought it'd be kind of fun to have him on the show today and talk a little bit about life on the set in Hollywood.
Yeah, I think
That'd
that'd
be
be very good.
interesting. I think it would. And so, but when you see people coming from California, they're not quite used to this cold weather.
No, they aren't.
Yeah, it's a little different thing.
Yeah. So I should catch up here on the comments here. Uh we have uh saying good
Hey,
morning,
dude. Good morning to you, good
and from
friend.
Norway once again,
Ringhild, good to see you today.
and good morning to the Bobs from Dana.
Dana, we had Dana on the show a few weeks ago.
We
Remember?
did.
He's one of our truck drivers,
Mm-hmm.
and we showed a little video of him on the ice truck run,
Yeah, that
from
was a cool
TV.
segment.
Yeah, it was.
Good morning from Fort Riley, Kansas.
Great. Good to see you, Chad.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
And let's see, we have
Gerald,
Gerald.
great. From the Philippines.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Diego
Good friend.
from,
Diego, good to see you today.
let's
And
see, Austin here says it was so cold in Murfreesboro that I had to drive to work yesterday holding my door closed because the door hinge froze. Oh,
whoa,
no.
that's amazing. And see, that's right here in our area.
Yeah. Yeah. I
So
was just talking to somebody up here who has family down in Murfreesboro. And so that's a good city
we're
there.
always a little freaked out when it gets this cold.
Yeah.
So that's the thing.
Well, you guys and you guys deal with the cold, but you're not fully equipped for the snow and everything. And for us up here in Wisconsin, it's last winter we had 2 weeks where the high was -20, and it was 4 years ago. I remember it well. In April, we ended up getting 39 inches of snow in a day.
Are you
So
serious?
yeah, it was awful.
Whoa. That's a
So
little much. Yeah.
it was.
I grew up in that kind of weather, Bob, in Montana, and I
Yeah.
don't miss it. So Joseph is getting over COVID. I know how you feel, and man, they say, Bob, that it takes 15 months to fully get over COVID.
Isn't that
So
something?
you and I both have a little ways to go, don't we?
Yeah, yeah, we do.
Yeah,
Yep, December will be a year since I had it, and you just had it fairly recently.
fairly recently. Yeah, but you know, tough times never last. Tough
That's
people
right.
do. Tough people
And
do.
has the sanctuary ministry mandated it for you for the workers there?
No, I haven't.
No, no, same here. So,
That hasn't happened. No, we're
Steve
jeez.
from Farmington, Michigan, or
Awesome.
Mississippi. I'm not sure. Mississippi, Michigan? I think Michigan.
Let's see. Yeah, Michigan.
Yep.
Mississippi is MS.
Oh, that's right.
Andrew, good morning to
Andrew.
you.
And speaking of Mississippi, did Scott get his high-speed internet going?
He did. He
Well,
has joined the 20th century.
we need to get that boy on this show.
We do. Now that he's got some high-speed internet.
Yeah.
So
Well,
he and Tammy are going to do some ads for us for a coffee for Christmas.
oh, good.
And we're excited for that. They get kind of silly.
Yeah, they do. And I honestly could see them doing a little ad. The best part of waking up is Pastor Bob in your cup. Right?
Now there you go. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Chuck Ross, happy Thanksgiving from Fort Scott.
Good.
Yep.
Thank you,
And
Chuck.
Steve corrected me. It is Michigan.
It
So,
is Michigan. Yeah, there you
yeah.
go.
And all right.
Michigan. Happy Thanksgiving to you, Greg, and Greg Marshall. I'm wearing flannel. So, it is flannel weather. And
Yeah.
Bob, it's a kind of a new thing for me. Towards the end of winter last year,
Mm-hmm.
I started wearing a little bit of flannel. And I don't ever wear anything that isn't black.
No, you're the
I
man in black.
mean, nothing. When I do my laundry, it's easy because everything's black.
Yeah.
So to do the flannel was a little bit, but then people said, "Oh, you look so handsome in that." And can I just say, that's the magic words right
That's
there.
it. Yep.
So I started wearing flannel. You know,
We're easily swayed.
we're easily swayed, and of course, those are the magic words. You look so good in that, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it.
Well,
Well, there's our friend Carrie.
yeah, and she just moved to Green Bay. She's no longer living in Wapaka.
I just can't believe she would move away from Wapaka.
I know. It's
What's up with that?
I don't
Pastor
know.
Dave is here. Good morning, Dave. Good morning, Michael. Black is my favorite color. Well, amen, brother. Don
Hey,
Wade
Don's
is here.
here. Another
He's the
another
coolest guy.
another guy we need to get on for our Meet the Podcaster segment.
We do. See? What's up with that?
That needs to happen.
Don, we'll
So,
talk.
have you ever seen the and we're coming up on time here to get our band in, but have you say what's up with that? You ever see the skit on Saturday Night Live where Keenan Thompson does a skit called What's Up with That?
Yes.
Yeah.
He sings it.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And Lindsey Buckingham's like the guest every week, but he never gets an opportunity to talk and stuff. It's
hilarious.
a fantastic skit. At first, I didn't like it at all, but it grew on me.
Those guys are so funny. And Saturday Night Live isn't funny anymore, but it used to be. Used to be funny.
Every once in a while, you get one in there that's you watch on a reruns. Like that skit was really funny, but it became not so much.
No, more political, more sexual.
Yeah,
more off color.
Yep.
Yeah, not so good. Not so good.
Well, let's see here. We have the group ready to go.
Awesome.
And
so let me tell you about these guys. This is Pontecrator. I've known them for 22 years.
Wow.
long time, the good friends. And let's just jump in.
Okay, here we go.
Hello.
And there we are.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Now,
Carl, you look like you're
we,
having a lopsided morning.
Carl, we have you tipping a little bit.
So am I supposed to have the phone sideways or standing? I was asking that before, but I wasn't in, so nobody heard me. So this is how you want it.
See, there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's now we have perfection.
And it's
Carl,
not morning in Sweden, I tell you.
Rickard, good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend.
So these guys are awesome. And I was just saying, you guys, that I think I met you in either 1999 or 2000. It's been a while ago.
Yeah.
Originally at Bobfest. Now, Carl, you're on your head again. There you go.
Yeah.
Weird, huh?
I believe we first
Yeah,
met.
it's weird, but why can't I go sideways like everyone else? Right? When I turn it sideways.
There is a thought. If you're using an iPhone, you may have your rotate screen option locked.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. That could be the problem, huh?
Yep.
Well, I'm not using an iPhone.
Well,
there's your first problem.
Well, see, that's it. So I sent you some coffee. Did you guys get it yet?
I haven't got the
I can't even
yet.
find my symbol for rotation. So, well,
there's a problem with sending things through the mail. But you'll get it at some point, I'm sure, probably right after we're done here. But so Bob, these guys are the coffee guys.
Ah, okay.
Yes. And when I met them, it was before I started drinking coffee. I know, that long ago.
So they're responsible for all of this.
Well, I think they're partly responsible because, my desire to be as cool as they are, I thought I've got to drink coffee too. But coffee is a big part of the band.
You
guys are coffee drinkers.
That's
I'm just going to say there's a close resemblance from Pantocrator to Percolator. So,
see? That's it. That's what we make coffee in. Yes.
Well, Carl, for starters, you work with coffee.
Say it again.
Carl, he actually
that name was taken.
Now, is that what you do for a living, Carl?
Oh yeah, all day long.
Really?
That's what I do.
Awesome.
All day long.
You're awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't get better than that.
Yeah, that's what I do for a living.
Yeah. Well, I can't. I'm going to have you guys on again in the future because I want you to try
I drive around and
I brew.
I serve coffee machines.
Awesome. What a cool thing. Well, we should talk about the band. And you guys have got some exciting things going on. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Well, for starters, we released a new album in the beginning of this year.
Yes.
Called Marching Out of Babylon, which is our third or fourth full length, Carl? Is it the fourth one?
Must be fourth, right?
Yeah.
Blood of the Incarnate, fourth, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was released by a Nordic Mission, our friends in Norway. And we are very happy and excited about it, but we are very sad that we can't be out touring and playing our new songs to you guys.
So you signed with Paul.
Yeah.
With Paul. And awesome. I love that guy. I've stayed at his house. But Nordic Mission's a great organization, and you're going to have some good representation there. For people that have not heard Pontocrator
they are.
yet, and I would just say, what? Because everybody by now should have heard of Pontocrator, but for people that haven't yet, how would you describe the band?
Yeah. Well, we started out in '96, so a lot of water have been running under the bridges since then. But I think also music-wise, we have developed pretty much during the years.
Just gonna get a call.
And right now, we are sounding like we wanted to sound back then, probably.
Yes.
But yeah, it's a mix of the old school Swedish melodic death metal scene, like we have here, like bands like In Flames, Dark Tranquility, all those guys. They have of course influenced us, and in our writing process. But yeah, I think we have some kind of unique sound to ourselves.
I think also. You do too.
Yeah,
yes. Very much.
And Rick, you kind of play double duty. You are also in Crimson.
You could play us for the audience. It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I joined Crimson Moonlight in 2015 on session as a bass player, and a couple of years ago I joined as a full-time member. So, but we have known those guys since like forever, so they are like almost the same band.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And Pilgrim is such a
I think
great
I
guy.
met Pilgrim the first time in '95.
Yeah. So Pilgrim is married now, and actually I knew his wife, I think, before he did. I know her family well. I've stayed at their home there in let's see, they're in, trying to think of the name of the town. Yeah, in Belgium, but I can't remember the name of the town. It's where all of the German soldiers are buried after the war.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I think they belong to the Antwerpen area.
Yeah. Right.
Even if it's a bit from Antwerpen. Yeah.
Yeah, really interesting place. But Pilgrim married into an awesome family.
Yeah,
they're hippies, just like me, Yeah, and they have a little girl. But speaking of that, one of my fondest memories, honestly, Carl, of you is, I think, was it 90 or 91 that your son was born?
No, it was 2001. We didn't have a band 91.
Yeah, right.
2001, yeah.
2001 or 2000?
It was 2001.
2001.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I remember you holding your brand new baby that wasn't even a few weeks old, I don't think, at that point.
On the Bobfest, on the picture on the Bobfest.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, he was born 1 week after Bobfest. But he was they said he would come at the date of Bobfest when we were playing. So I wasn't about to go. And we trained Matthias' brother for vocals. But when I came home from like work or something that day, my wife said, "I think you should go." And I'm like, "Are you crazy?" No, it ain't coming. And I was like, "Okay." So then I got my road man. I had to bring a friend to keep me awake. You can't go alone. You go with him. And he had a piercing in his nipple. So he had a phone on vibration in his pocket here. So if something happened, she would sound the alarm, and it wouldn't matter how high the decibel on the show. He would notice,
Wow.
But it didn't happen.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So how old is he now?
He's 20.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's 20 because it's
20. Yeah.
21
That's
now. Yeah,
amazing.
he's 20.
And Rickard, your kids are growing up too. They're teenagers, right?
Yeah, at least one of them is. My oldest boy is 17 in March,
Wow.
and Isaac, my youngest, he's turning 12 soon. So yeah, they're getting older.
That's amazing. Yes.
And me too.
Yeah, I know. Well, and Rick, when I remember you with the long blonde hair, and before you got married.
Yeah.
You were dating your wife at that point.
I was.
Yeah, but yeah.
I remember him with long blonde hair a week ago.
Yeah, that's also true.
I was gonna say there's something from his previous comments on this show over previous weeks to now. It's like like something happened there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's okay. Well, everybody does a little bit of backsliding.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so what
it's
are
like
you gonna
Metallica
do?
Black Album,
Freedom
and all
of
of a sudden
choice.
Reloaded,
I'm the back and forth guy.
Yeah, see.
Yeah.
Well, some of us have to be.
And we never see it coming.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, so what you guys are grounded right now. There's not a whole lot of concerts going on in Sweden yet.
Well, there
it's not Sweden that is the problem.
Okay.
There
I mean, we're not allowed outside
during the last weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they are, they're talking a lot about, people who doesn't get vaccinated aren't allowed into the concerts,
right,
and stuff like that. But we have full arenas at the moment, so well, we just have to see what happens.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard
need to get
on the
out.
radio.
Say it again.
Me?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I just heard on the radio today when I was driving home that the Department of Discrimination in Sweden has pointed out 3 discrimination grounds that are broken by vaxports, and I was hit them hard.
Wow.
So religion, it was one thing with handicap, whatever, I can't find the word for it. Yes. And also about religion, and there was one more thing, So it's criticized. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, Carl, it's a crazy world.
Because they were supposed to.
Yeah, it is.
To be for events over 100 people that they should have those vaxports, and I hate it from the bottom. I hate it so much. Yes. I can't even start to describe how much I hate that shit. Oh, sorry.
Well,
that's
and you
crap.
know what? And you and I would be on the same wavelength there. I think we could go for a while. Yeah. So you guys haven't had much of an opportunity then to play the music from the album that was released this year.
No,
nothing at all, actually.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Just the rehearsal room.
Yeah, in the rehearsal room, performing for ourselves.
Maybe it's time to revive Bob Fest and get some stuff going again.
Amen.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Those were great years, and I sure enjoyed them.
Yeah,
and it was always good to see you guys play as well.
Yeah, we miss you over here.
All right, I'll be right there.
Oh yeah.
I wish. Well, you guys,
the thing is that's
good to see you.
Yeah.
So good to see you, and so good to hear that the album is out and you're ready to go. Bob, do we have any video clips at all?
I don't, because our platform is giving us very difficult time.
Yeah, we're having trouble with our programming, and the people that own the programming are even trying to figure it out. So we're not sure what's going on. We're not able to play some things that we really would have liked to have, and that would be. I wish we could have played that. It is one of those days, and
yeah,
and you know, we will definitely have you guys on again, and we'll play some music and we'll go through all of that, because
For sure.
I would love for people to hear your sound, and folks, if you haven't heard Pantocrator, you'll see right there on the bottom of the screen their website, and you can listen to some music there as well.
Yeah, and you can just hit us up on YouTube, Spotify, or anything.
Yes, you guys are on all the social media places. Yes, and they can get a link to all of that right here at your website as well. Yes.
Thanks for having us on the show, guys.
Well, thank you so much.
Good to meet you guys.
And it's so good to see you again, both of you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Great.
And great to meet you too as well, Bob.
Thanks. You as well. It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Blessings to you.
God bless. Take care.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Guys. Awesome guys. I miss them.
Yeah, they're a good group. You know, we played them on Intense Radio when we were doing that for a while, and I think they still are actually in the playlist there on the website.
Yeah.
So, you know, a very good group.
Very good group. Very, very awesome group. Yes.
So this would be the time that we would have. Well, no, I guess Jonathan would be at 9:50, but I'm still working on seeing if maybe that link works to upload a video, but it's just not going. So,
but we got a little bit of time yet,
but I got Match in the house.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. We'll just bring them on in.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Match.
Hello, everybody.
He's the coolest guy.
Not as cool as you.
Looks kind of familiar.
Yeah, you know, I'm here on location.
Yes. Now, where are you in the cabin right now?
I am. Should I open the door and like wave at you or something, or?
Yeah. There you go.
Well, so for those people that don't know, I'm here with Bob, and I'm in the other room, like he's over there and I'm over here, so that our microphone feeds don't echo and all that kind of stuff, because you know,
keep everything isolated. And I have on my property, I built a little cabin for guests to stay in, and it's not huge, but it's ample, and it's a little chilly these days, Matt.
It is.
Are you staying warm in there?
Yeah, we're trying to. You know, cuddle zone engaged.
Yes.
But yeah, because there's ice in the mornings, and even like the mat outside the door was frozen stiff, and it's kind of chilly here in the mornings.
Do you still have that little fireplace space heater in there?
Yeah, actually, it's only just like 5 feet from me right here.
You go.
We kind of have it boosted up a little bit.
On full blast.
Well, not on full blast. We don't want to blow any breakers.
Now, you know, Bob lives in Wisconsin, where it's a little chilly most of the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys have seasons?
Blizzards and
as I was saying at the beginning of the show, we'll go through winters, and sometimes even like last year, we'll have a 2-week stint of a high of -20. So it's good to have garages and all of that.
Yes. Now, Matt has lived in California so long that he's forgotten the cold, but Matt is from Alaska.
Oh, there you go.
Just saying. So he knows cold weather. You just forgot, Matt.
I have forgotten. I think California thawed me out a little bit.
Yeah. We're in California.
I'm in LA. I'm actually just down the street from the old Sanctuary Church. So a lot of the fellow sanctuarians I still knock elbows with, and we hang out.
Had I known you back in June, I would have probably connected with you. My wife and I, for our anniversary, flew into California and started in Santa Monica and drove Route 66 all the way home. So,
oh man, I could have been out there with my Harley, and then we would have had a good time.
That would have been amazing.
There you go.
and drinking some intense coffee on the way.
Yes,
yes, of course.
Right here, we made a couple stops through the Route 66 soda.
You're awesome. Look at that, and there's the coffee. Yeah. So Matt, I thought it'd be kind of fun today to talk about life in Hollywood, because this is basically how you make your living. You are, and I said you're a character actor, and mostly just a character, but a character actor. And so tell us a little bit about what you do.
Well, I'm a supporting actor. You know, I know where I am in the feeding, or in the grand scheme of things. And I play all of the crazy roles, goths, metalheads, bikers, uh, crazy zombies, like you name it. If there's a strange role to play, I'm not the guy that is the boyfriend, or
Yeah.
the uncle that comes to the Christmas party, or the family Christmas party, those kind of scenes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So I know people are asking, so what might have they seen you in?
I would hope not, but there's a lot of metalheads, so maybe they could have seen me here and there. I
Yeah.
mean, I did have a small role as a member of the Manipede in Human Centipede 3. And then I'll be coming up on a show on a major network pretty soon. You'll see that in probably February. So I play a lot of bit parts,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm usually like, I could be like the thug running down the street and the cop shoots him in the alley or something like that.
So, Matt, one of the reasons that you get hired is because of your look. You are a character actor, and you've got the big plugs. Turn your head
I do.
sideways and let people
Just
see
look
that.
at that.
Wow.
Can you see those?
Yeah. See?
And I just stretched up yesterday or the day before, and I went up a couple millimeters, and good times. Yeah.
There you go. So, don't you have to quit at some point, or your ears will split, or not?
Oh, are you telling me to quit? Because I hope not.
No.
Honestly, when they grow and they go to the next size, then I put the next size in. I've done something completely different than what most piercists have done, or guys with gauges and piercings. And that was when it grew, I put in a new one, and that's all I do.
Yeah. There you go. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, and Matt got the coolest ones for me. He went to his piercer and he picked some up for me. He said, "I should have worn them today, but they're ravens."
Oh,
and
wow.
they click in your ear, and it's a big raven head. I love them. Very cool. You'll see me wearing them at some point in the
So do you
future.
sleep with those in, or do you take them out?
Me? Yeah. I sleep with these in. Yeah,
Okay.
they stay in, and then I clean them a couple times a day, and so yeah, they're just a regular part of me.
Yeah, that's pretty
It
cool.
kind of makes it difficult though if I have to use a landline phone, because
it's hard to make it fit. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Let's see, which
I
part of
use
this
my
do I
Bluetooth
hear
a lot.
with? Yeah, that's awesome. So Matt,
what's new?
Are things getting a little strange in California? You've been
Oh
working in the
my.
industry for a while.
Yeah.
Is it getting a little more woke all the time?
Every day it seems. It's strange because I mean, granted, we need to all get along and get together, and I rub elbows with folks that are different, and that's what funnels a lot of the creativity in Hollywood.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
like, even with the mask mandates and the COVID structure for taking care of sets, gosh, it's like we're on eggshells all the time, and
Yeah.
we have all these regulations, and people, constantly, the moment we're done with the scene, they've got a PA bringing out our masks to us, and we put them up, even though we're may have been interacting with our co-actors
Yeah.
moments before. And now I'm on vax only sets.
Oh,
So
Wow.
that's been an industry standard now for a couple months now. And they don't say it's discriminating against people that are not vaxxed, but they don't hire them. So you be the judge.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's definitely discrimination. Yeah, that's got to be rough.
It is.
That's got to be rough. But Matt, you feel like you're sticking with it because it's been a great ministry for you.
Well, I like being who I am. I'm grounded with my family, and a lot of these guys that may sleep on our couch are not grounded with family, and
Yeah.
they may not have anywhere to live, but they open up a check and it's like 78 grand, and they're crashing at our house because they're in between a place.
Yeah.
And I think it's a lot like being in a band. Well, I don't think it is. I know it is. It's a lot like being in a band. Because Hollywood is a party scene, just like all of the behind the, late night stuff with all the bands and stuff. And we have green rooms and a lot of artists that are really passionate. So their passions go up and down, and that gives them a rocky road in their relationships. And
Yes.
with all the partying going on, I mean, it's basically the same thing. So I just try to be there to shine the light and to shine love on people, because some people, they don't have it. All they have is that party scene.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you're a character actor, so there are other character actors,
Yeah,
who
and
live.
we're all characters.
This is
Yeah,
true.
exactly. That's true. Yeah.
So what you're saying is we basically probably won't see you alongside Kirk Cameron in a Christian production.
Um, is there Is there a way that we can cut and edit so we don't mention anybody that I will or will not be working with in the near future?
Yeah.
I do hope I'll be on maybe The Mandalorian soon. If people would pray about that, and there's some other opportunities to be recognized, and of course, still there's all the music videos. I've done that series with Christafari, and I've done little. I poked my head in the door, so to speak, on some other ones with POD and Blindside and Red, and I really love all those guys, and just working with music and acting, it's just a dream come true.
That's
and
cool.
If they haven't seen the Christafari videos, you've done some pretty major roles in those, and those are great videos. We're going to have Mark, the singer for Christafari, on our show in a couple of weeks. But and who is a sanctuary pastor?
He is. Well. He's a sanctuary and musicianary. Yeah, and anyone can look it up on YouTube. #Backslider, and it's a feature film. Mark and I got our heads together, and he actually remixed the songs, the original Christafari songs, from about 3.5 minutes to 9 minutes to create these movies. And so, like, the whole thing goes together as a feature, and you'll see this little storyline unfold, and some of it was shot at my house, and I actually wrote and directed the Outsiders video. So that meant a lot to me, because it was talking about our time at Sanctuary. We were basically reenacting you. It was kind of like a Sanctuary story.
Yeah, they were awesome. You guys did an awesome job.
I think that's it's exciting to see that kind of stuff, and regarding the reenacting of like Sanctuary days, and still whatever the future holds I think it would be a fantastic project to see a official history of Sanctuary.
Wow.
That would be
funny.
Really cool.
You should say that. Maybe.
Yeah, well, that'd be interesting.
While I was here in Nashville.
Yeah.
Do I tell? So while I was here in Nashville, somebody the other day told me that I should probably come back and film a documentary and kind of put some stuff together. So I don't know if God provides.
That would be awesome.
There you go. But I think there are probably other great things to do a documentary on. And of course, we're just getting started, really just getting started.
Well, there's a lot to do, like grilling and chilling under the bridge, with the bridge bunch,
So that's something we're doing tomorrow. And Bob, I don't know if I told you, but we decided this year to actually do Thanksgiving under the bridge.
Oh, that's great.
And so even there you go. Great. Those are some of the things we've been handing out to the homeless. on the streets, and just letting them know that, this year we're gonna, last year we didn't do Thanksgiving because, like I usually say, the only 2 days that the church remembers that they're homeless is Thanksgiving and Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Mm.
And otherwise, we're kind of on the rest of the year. So those are the 2 days that we usually take off. But last year, nobody did Thanksgiving, and we thought they were going to, and they didn't. But then, even more than that, Thanksgiving is a family time, and these folks are family. I'm sure you've noticed that, Matt, being here and being under the bridge with us. They really are family,
Mm-hmm.
and we love them dearly. And so it's really a cool thing to to be able to do that. Hey, John, good to see you. John's a good friend from the UK. Very good friend.
John kind of looks like Chris's doppelganger.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
And he could be. And I've known John for a long time before the hair turned white. I know, exactly. But anyway.
Yeah, back to the family, nature of being under the bridge. I have to be honest, for me and for people I think that don't want to be tourists, that want to get their hands dirty, it's a family opportunity. I brought my family here, and it warmed my heart to be there every second. Even with a fight breaking out and just other little issues and pouring down rain. For me, this just as bringing my family to be a part of this family was just an amazing heartwarming experience.
That's awesome. I appreciate that, Matt. And they warmed up to you too, so that was a cool thing. Yes, and warm up is the definitive word these days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we were layered.
We're gonna be bringing space heaters. We've got these big heaters that we set up around our meals when it gets really cold, and we'll be bringing those tomorrow and
nice
to make sure everybody is warm enough. Yeah, so that will be important. So, well, Mr. Match, see, I've known him a long time, and I've called him Matt since he was a kid. I mean, I've known him since he was a kid, and it's
very true.
I don't call him anything else, So,
and that's fine.
Yeah,
because you are Bob.
Well, Dana here says, "Hey, Matt, come up and see me next time. We only have about 8 inches of snow."
Well, there you
Good
go,
times.
Dana Nelson.
Yeah.
More family right there.
Yeah, Dana's good family.
You guys share a birthday together, right?
Well, almost. Yeah, he and I share a birthday. Yes, and I had him on the show on our birthday.
Well, how much fun is that?
Yeah, and Matt, your birthday's only a couple of days off.
Right, and so is my wife's. She's the day before. My sister's the day of. My dad, my mom. So yeah, it's a family thing.
That's awesome. So Amber says, "Hi guys, Jesse, good to see you today. Awesome. We've got some great people joining us from all over the world." And John says, "Me and Chris also share birthdays, just a few days apart. I'm 10 years his senior." There you go. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So not only do they look alike, that's cool. Great. Well, Matt, thank you so much for doing this with us today.
Thank you, Matt.
It's good to have you back.
It's a family love thing
on the show. And
on the show, it's a really good show.
Stay warm in the cabin. When we built it, we probably should have put some extra insulation in there.
Yeah, we probably should have. Who knew?
Right.
Who knew? Yeah.
It's doing it. We got some good heaters. You guys have taken care of us.
Yes, good.
Sanctuary much.
Well, sanctuary much. That's right. See you, Dick.
See ya.
Bye-bye. Yeah, we've used that phrase. I've used that phrase since we started Sanctuary.
Yeah.
Sanctuary much, and it's probably old and worn out by this time, but I still use it.
It always gets a smile on someone's face.
Yeah. It does. And Sanctuary, let's see, how old are we now? We are 37 years old. Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Wow, that's something, isn't it?
Yeah. So, well, you know, what I'm kind of thinking here is because we still have Bill coming on, right?
I hope so. Is he in the green room?
Not yet. So,
Okay.
but
All right. Well, we hope that he does. I've sent him a couple
Nanette said
things.
older
Let me
than
check.
dirt.
That's great.
But of course, Bill is
Roxx
Roxx Records, and he'll be talking about some new music that's coming out, which is pretty exciting. One of the metal / hip hop albums that I enjoyed back in the day was called XL and DBD, and their album was called Sodom in America. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and I saw Roxx Records has a new XL album that's out or coming out. So I want to ask him about that, because
you
know, albums like that, and you just don't see those. And that's something we sold in the Christian bookstore down in Milwaukee, but you don't see that anymore. You know, the edgy stuff that's on store shelves, you always got to go and find it now. And so,
and Bill's done a great job with that kind of music, and the reissues, and plus, you know, releasing albums too.
Yep.
He's done a great job and been part of Sanctuary since he was a kid.
Yeah, so well, that's good.
Very proud of him.
It was a unique album because they were metal, but they were rappers, and then on their opening song they had Mark Solomon from the Crucified on there, and it was just like, what's going on with this album? It was a little bit of everything. It was really good.
It was. So we got a couple of the guys from Crucified / Applehead coming on in the weeks to come.
Oh, good.
And and so that'll be kind of fun to have them here. Beth Block is here. Awesome. Good friend from Sanctuary Days in California.
And Nanette says, I learn a lot of music through your musings of days gone by. Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yes.
Well, you know, being in Milwaukee, we would get a lot of the inner city crowd in, and then we'd have folks from True Tunes drive over because of what we were stocking. And it was I always liked seeing the melding of styles. Of course, Tourniquet did it really well on their Psychosurgery album when they had, I forget the name of the album, Broken Chromosomes, the song, but they did this heavy metal thing, and then they went into this record scratching, and then it was Fred Lynch from PID rapping on a Tourniquet album. You know, it was like, you know, of course, that's nothing new because Aerosmith and Run DMC did it with Walk This Way, and then Bride and DOC did it together with God Gave Rock and Roll to You. So it's always fun to see what's going on.
It is.
Now, actually, Match just posted, you know, Mark Solomon did the Native Son too, which was at that was, but you know, I found that he doesn't talk much about that, but I thought it was a really good album, actually.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him.
Yeah.
So we're not able to bring our friend Jonathan on then.
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just do a little promo for our metal shop, and I can probably do some of that.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't do it as well as he does, because you know he's the cool guy.
Right.
But you know the biggest thing, Bob, is this. It's our Christmas poster / mug / t-shirt, and it is the coolest mug, and it says born in a manger, became the savior of the whole world, and then of course it says born to die.
That's it.
And
Hayden did some great work on that.
Oh, he did some great work, and of course it's a great t-shirt as well.
Yeah,
as you can see. But you know, and then the thing for the winter, since it is getting a little chilly people really need some hoodies, and we have expanded our hoodies. We have tons of them now with a lot of different designs. Here is one of the designs, the Sanctuary We Are Metal, We Are Family design. Yeah, and it's got that on the front, and it's some are pullover, some are zip up ones. We've got quite a few different ones. And
your zip up hoodies are really nice. When I came out in May, you gave me one, and it's good quality hoodie.
Yeah, and they're warm, aren't they?
Yeah,
which is the key. Yes, and then Bob, of course, our standard, our coffee that we're excited about, and it just, I'll tell you, I go to coffee shops to work, to kind of get out of my environment and work somewhere else, which is kind of nice. And usually that environment is like Starbucks or another coffee shop. And when I go, I take one of the Sanctuary travel mugs and I fill it up with Headbangers Brew.
Yeah.
And I drink 1 cup of theirs, and then I sneak my own after that.
It's like smuggling your own licorice into a movie.
It totally is. But once you've had the best, Bob,
well,
it's hard to go back.
And the thing is we just got a Starbucks that opened yesterday here in Wapaka, our first one. And it's good, but yeah, the Headbanger Brew is just a better coffie. And I'm not being paid for that endorsement. It's literally better.
Literally, it's better.
Yeah.
Better for you. Yep. And now you went there from Dunkin' Donuts, which I think is better coffee than Starbucks.
Yeah. See, I'm not that much of a coffee connoisseur to really determine the difference. I'm kind of new to this, this year. So,
well, actually, Consumer Report came out a few years ago and rated the coffee from different places, and number 1 was Dunkin' Donuts. So that's why in Aldi and a few other places it'll say donut shop coffee, and what they're trying to do is duplicate their coffee.
Okay.
Because it's so good. And you know what number 2 was? McDonald's.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah. So so that's a kind of a cool thing.
Now, what I wonder is regarding McDonald's, okay? Like you can get ice cream anywhere, but there's something about McDonald's ice cream that tastes good. And I'm wondering if that it tastes good, or is it that the price point makes it taste good because it's cheap?
Yeah. I'm sure it's both.
Yeah, like I can go to some pizza place and pay $28 for a pizza, or I can go to Little Caesars and get one for $5, and I think that actually tastes as good as any of them. But I think it's because it's $5.
I think you're absolutely right, and I think sometimes people just say, "Well, it costs more, so it's got to be better," and they pay more.
Right.
But from a coffee snob,
yes,
and I am one. I think if I wasn't drinking Headbangers Brew, God help me, my second favorite really is Dunkin' Donut.
Okay.
It really is. Yeah, it is good. And that's what I used to, before we came out with decaf. It's the decaf I used to drink because they have the best decaf around, until we got our own.
Yes.
And it's the Swedish water system. It's an organic, actually good for you way of decaffeinating. So
my wife just got her degree in functional nutrition medicine, and she said if you could find a decaf with the Swedish filtration system, she goes, that would be it. And I said, it's Pastor Bob's coffee. It's the Sanctuary. It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah, that's it. See, so it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah. So we got Bill in the house here.
Let's bring him on. Great.
All right.
There's my old friend.
Hey. Hi. Morning, guys. How are you?
Good. How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You too.
Yes.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Bill and I go back decades, don't we, Bill?
Yeah,
quite a few
years.
Yeah, quite a few years. And
Yeah.
I just have such great memories of him in his younger days, but he just keeps getting better. See?
And
That's
as
right.
do you, Pastor Bob, as do you.
I wish. So, Bill, I'm so proud of you. You built such a great company with Roxx, and
Thank you.
you've taken some of the things that, well, at the beginning anyway, that some of the things that were done earlier with Intense, and some of the folks actually in Sanctuary, and others then, and re-released and kind of refiltered and redesigned and all of that, and put them out. And then since then, you've released a lot of product. What is the product number that you have at this point?
Oh gosh, we're up to almost 300 releases now.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
good for you.
Started out doing reissues, like you said. I mean, I developed a good relationship with Adele from Frontline and Intense Records.
Right.
So I worked a lot with her. We've done lots of reissues, as you can see some of them back here.
Yes.
Kind of went from there. I mean, I had independent bands, local bands that were looking for help in distribution, and God really just put it on me because he was sending people my way, and I just started helping wherever I could. So it just kind of led from there.
That is so great. And you've done a great job. Now we want to talk about some of the things that you're putting out, and Bill, you continue to be on the cutting edge. You're not just doing some of the older music, but you've got some great stuff that you've been releasing. And Bob, you were commenting on a particular album.
Yeah, I was just commenting, you know, of course, I'm a fan of the old XL and DVD, and it seems like XL's got a new project out.
Yep. Actually, that's one I was going to make an announcement here on first. We just finished signing them to a deal. So Todd
awesome.
from XL and Dale Thompson from Bride. They joined forces and are putting together a brand new project coming out early next year. So we're excited to be working with that. I actually got to hear the first song, and it's really heavy with typical Dale Bride style vocals on it. Sounds really good.
That's cool.
Well,
I noticed on Facebook, Dale's getting in touch with his little bit of a bluegrass feel again, you know, with a lot of the hymns and things, which is pretty cool with his dad. He's doing that with. But it's exciting to hear too that he's going, you know, towards this again. So very good.
I think this year alone we released at least 6 to 8 different band projects that Dale led. So he's like the vocalist. He's like the vocalist for hire, and he's putting his touches on a lot of bands' music these days.
and such a distinctive voice too.
Yeah.
You know, you go, that sounds like Dale Thompson.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So tell us what else you've got going. You're always I love it when I get one of your emails, and if you haven't signed up for the Roxx music email, you need to do that. And Bob, maybe we can put that on the screen if we have it.
Yeah. And what's the website?
It's on the roxxrecords.com website.
Okay.
Down at the bottom. Down at the bottom of it.
But that would be a great place to go, and there we go, right there. That would be a great place to go and to learn what's going on. But tell us a little bit about what you have going. What are you excited about these days?
You know, there's quite a bit coming out. I love to find a lot of those old cassette tapes that we used to listen to, Pastor Bob and Bob, from the 70s and 80s, and try to track down these bands that were really trying to make a difference and relevant back then, that may not have got further than that cassette demo. And we love to find those rarities, and then I've got a good team with Scott Waters, who does all of our graphics, and Rob Caldwell at Bombworks Sound, who does all of our remastering, and he can take a 1970s cassette tape with all the fuzz and noise and make it almost an audible release that's very doable and listenable today.
Oh, that's awesome.
Do you find that?
What do I have that you need?
I know. Right now we're working on a brand new release from the band that you might remember called Latter Rain, which featured
of course,
Louis Cardenas. We actually got with the band and got them kind of actually. I love to do it, Bob, because we actually sometimes I'll find one of the members, and it's like they'll say, "Well, you need to find this person." And we'll go out and we'll find all the members and we'll put them all in touch. And then later on, they're like, "Oh man, thank you. You rekindled something that we had lost." So it's
yes,
it's good.
That's so
Ladder
awesome.
Rain
and
was
we've
one
had
of those.
that happen from this show. You know, getting some of the band people back together to talk about the old days, and all of a sudden, it's like, okay, let's do another album. Yeah.
Yep.
But that's awesome that you're being able to do that.
We put out a great instrumental album from Roger Dale and Nick Layton this year.
Yes.
That one came
Isn't
out
that
really
a
nice.
great album?
That is
so good.
Actually, this year we're doing a Black Friday. Every year we do a Black Friday sale where we mark our stuff down real cheap Fridays so people can get the stuff they might have missed, because sometimes we put out so much people can't afford it all. So Friday's your day to pick up those ones. But this year we actually are doing a free sampler on Friday only. And the leadoff track is actually "Oh Holy Night" from Roger and Nick. So
wow, that's neat.
That's awesome. Good. Good.
So another good one to watch for next year is talking about getting the bands kind of back together. Fear Not. Remember Fear Not?
Really? Yes.
We reissued their stuff a few years ago, and then the band started talking and playing again, and we released a new EP from them last year. And they're right now working on a brand new full-length release that we're going to be putting out next year.
I love that band.
Yeah,
that's
really
great. Good. Well, that's good news.
That's really good.
Cool. Yeah. So, is this a difficult process? You get the band back together. Everybody's a little rusty. They go in the studio and they're not quite ready to play together because they haven't been doing it for a while. What does that look like?
I've had experiences from one extreme to the other where I'll start working with a band, they'll get back together, and for whatever reason they realize they didn't like each other and they stop, and that's it. Or you find the ones that are just so into it and start making new music, and it turns into a fun project for them. So
that is so awesome.
For me, the goal is when I love to get those emails from people that just say stuff like, I really appreciate what you do to rekindle this stuff that people our age need to hear again. Those are great to hear.
And it's refreshing, isn't it? You know, it's an interesting thing, Bill, when we do this with the homeless all the time. You know, the music we play is either classic rock or classic Motown, depending on the group that we have there. But that music, when you hear things that you grew up with or music that was special at a special time in your life, it just unlocks your heart. There's something about it that just feels great. And that's what you're doing. You're unlocking some of those great memories, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great. I love to do it.
You know, one of the bands that I've often wondered about, you know, we tried to get someone from the band on this show, is one that does that for a lot of kids that were in youth group back in the 90s, just because it was good music, it was intense. Records is Ransom, you know, and you know, just you know, your mind starts going like, what are these people up to these days? And Dakota Motor Company, they reformed for a little while, and then they might have had that what you just talked about, Bill, where they're like, no, we're not going to work together. Just you know, part ways again. So
you know, I have to say that I get a lot of mail from people who say, so what is this band doing? What is that band up to? Have you heard about these guys? The number one question that I get is, what about Ransom? And I don't think anybody has heard anything about them. Do you have any news?
You know, I that's a tough one. I actually did do a reissue through Adele, because she still owns it through the Intense Frontline. But when I tried to reach the band, I know Lisa is very personal, and she's got her own personal life going, and she just doesn't really want to touch the scene or get back into it again. So you got to respect her wishes, and she's got her great life going. And it's just something she doesn't want to be a part of anymore. So
I totally get that. And you know, sometimes we just need to celebrate the music that's already been done. And that's one of the things you do in the re-releases and reissues is, you know, let's celebrate this great project that was really turned a lot of people's heads.
There's actually a lot of good, it turned into releasing quite a few heavy new projects too. This year alone, we released a band called Motivic.
I saw that. Now I haven't heard them yet. Tell me a little bit about it.
I'll have to send you the promo, but it's a really heavy, it's really different. It's got a lot of good recognition. It's been one of my favorite releases this year. as well as
Awesome.
Crushing the Deceiver, which is a death metal band from
They're
the
really
Fresno
good.
area. And,
Great.
And we also did Ritual Servant, which is a new band with a classic thrash metal sound, like something you'd hear from the 80s. But I've been getting a lot of good representation. Oh, yeah.
With a new twist on it, or
those.
just classic? Yeah, that's awesome.
If I'm not mistaken, Crushing the Deceiver played the Sanctuary stage at Audio Feed once or twice.
I don't, maybe, possibly. I think they did, actually. I think they did play.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, we should have a Roxx day at the Sanctuary stage. I think that would be cool.
That would be cool.
And then we're really looking at having a tent at Sturgis this next year.
Oh, wow.
For the motorcycle rally. Yeah.
That was awesome.
And we want to get a bunch of bands there. So kind of pass the word that if there's some bands that are motorcycle guys, that would love to be part of that. That would be awesome.
Coincidentally, Fear Not fits that bill, and they've asked me to start booking shows for them next year. So
awesome. Well, and they'd be a perfect band for that, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yes. I remember we've had Fear Not before at Cornerstone and some of the old festivals, but I'm very excited that you're putting.
It's fun when you get the connections that you didn't realize. Like, I started working on this Ladder Rain thing, and we're going to put that out next year, but I didn't realize that Larry Worley from Fear Not actually produced that album. So I was like,
"Are you serious?"
It's fun to find those connections.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, everything is connected, isn't it?
Yeah,
absolutely.
So, Bill,
my personal favorites is actually Vengeance Rising, though. Ever since the first time I saw the sheet drop, Vengeance just did it for me.
Awesome.
So, Bill, do you number one, do you have a store that is open to the public, or are you strictly online? And if so, where is that located?
Strictly online at the moment.
Okay.
We'll do shows sometimes. We used to put on a lot more shows. We used to do a lot more promotions, but I don't know. It was a hard time trying to draw in the crowd that we all kind of love here, because we're kind of spread out across the states, and to try and get everybody in one little corner in LA always kind of proved a little challenging sometimes. And actually it just seemed the direction that God pulled me in was to start working with releases and newer bands and the reissues, and it just seemed to fall into place that way for me. So I haven't done so many promotions, but every once in a while we'll get asked to go to a show down here and we'll sell at a show, or but we haven't had a brick and mortar store at all.
There you go. Good.
That's awesome.
We're also all over Amazon and eBay, so you can check them out on Amazon and eBay too.
So, Bill, I was around when your daughter, is her name Brittany?
Brittany, yes.
Yes, when she was born. I remember it very well. Sweet little baby, but how old is she now?
She's 32.
Oh my gosh. Seriously?
32 and has 3 babies of her own.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, she's not old, but Pastor Bob, you are, or something.
I am old. Yes.
Bob, I have 7 grandchildren now.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Man, it just doesn't seem possible, does it, Bill?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, time flies so much. Bill, the greatest thing about being involved with music and being involved with this whole industry are the people that you meet, the experiences that you have, not just in a concert, but backstage and in the parking lots, and all of that goes along with a great concert and following bands, and the opportunity to become good friends with them as well is huge. And Bill, you've had a very, very rich time the last few decades, with getting to know a lot of people and part of the Roxx family.
And I really owe almost all of it to you, Pastor Bob. I really do.
Thank you.
You originally, the first thing that got me was seeing an early Striper show at a Calvary Chapel in West Covina. It was the first experience for me, but that led me to Sanctuary, and everything just changed after I started serving and listening under you. So thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I remember those days very well. And I remember that show very well.
Yeah.
was awesome. Yeah, that was awesome. Well, they've been good years, and Bill, you're not done yet. You're just getting started, aren't you?
Still going. 52 myself, so did I say that out loud? But we're still going.
I know.
Actually, I do this with some other people that help me, but it really is truly a labor of love and to try and get the music out there, because it's not what I do for a living. I actually work last couple of years crazily at a hospital in LA, so it's been a crazy couple of years for me, to say the least.
Yes, I'm sure.
So it's
been a tough time for music, hasn't it?
Oh, totally. I had to take the back burner quite a bit and trying to keep things going. I have a lot of good help and support behind me between Scott and Rob and my wife, and even the kids help me sometimes. So it's great to keep it going.
That's awesome. Yeah. Yes, and Scott has been such a great help for many years to you, hasn't he?
Yeah. He actually turned his business into full-time graphics and design. So he's working for a lot of different labels now as well. So
that's awesome. Does he still have the band going?
Good graphics, nolifetillmetal.com.
Oh, cool.
But he's not doing much with Ultimatum these days. We put some of his old stuff on vinyl that wasn't on vinyl yet. I don't know if you can see that one over there, but we just got one of their older releases we just put to vinyl. So we're remastering and cleaning up some of his old stuff, but he's not really doing a lot musically. He's doing a lot more behind the scenes and helping support bands and graphics and design these days. So
awesome. Bob, you're making me dizzy.
I know. I took away the screen. I took away the screen so we could see the full Ultimatum album and trying to put it back.
Yeah, freaked out. We're having some program challenges today, Bill, because it isn't just quite, for some reason, it just isn't working as well as it's supposed to. But I think we've been all right.
Yeah.
So, well, my dear friend, I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
I know. I would love to get out there and see you someday. Hopefully I can get out there and see you someday soon.
Awesome. And please continue to do the great work that you're doing. I want to tell you one more time, I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. And I appreciate what you're doing. And folks, if you haven't checked out Roxx Records, roxxrecords.com, you can go there. You can see the albums. You can listen to some stuff. You can kind of get acquainted with some of the things they're doing and some of this new stuff that's coming out. You're going to want to check out.
And sign up for their newsletter.
Absolutely. I count on that to know what's going on. So I appreciate that.
Thank
you, Bill.
Guys.
Love you, my friend. God bless you.
Love you guys too, man. Happy
nice meeting you.
To you both.
Awesome.
Take care.
See you, my friend. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Awesome guy, isn't he?
Yeah, very nice guy. He I love that he brings back his reissuing the music and the fact that he's going for the old cassettes and how cool to be an old band and get a call from someone like him saying we want to put your music out again.
I need to go through I have, and I don't even know where they are right now, but I have a gazillion demos. Because every band used to give me their demos, and and I have some that would be monumental. I think I'll have to go through and look at them.
It's fun when things like that come along that like Fear Not, all of a sudden here they are and they're wanting to do something again because somebody revitalized their their career. One of the interesting things. So my favorite movie of all time is The Blues Brothers. And I found it interesting. I was watching a documentary on it. A lot of the people that they used in filming that movie, Aretha, Ray Charles, they were at a stage in their career where they were hitting that plateau and actually digressing back down again.
Really?
And because
it kind of got them started.
Yeah, and because the Blues Brothers featured them in their movie, then their career took off on another thing. And I think that's cool when like Bill does that and puts that spark, that fire back into somebody to say, let's do another album.
I love that. And speaking of Ray Charles, we've got Tim Pope, who is Ray Charles' old drummer, that'll be on with us in a couple of weeks as well. So that'll be fun to these days he plays with Tony Orlando, and
it's not unusual.
Yeah, it's not. Tie yellow ribbon around the old oak tree and knock 3 times, and yeah, but I've got some. In fact, I've got some huge drumsticks over there. His nickname is Big Sticks Pope, and his big thing is these huge drumsticks. But I've got a big poster of him doing an ad with Ray Charles, and he's on the drums right behind him. And it's, if you remember that ad that goes, "You've got the right one, baby,"
for Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi. Yeah, so. Yeah, but it'll be fun to have Tim on. We've got some really good guests coming up.
That's exciting.
It's all I can do to name a bunch of names, but I want people to be surprised as well.
Good.
And isn't this fun just to get reacquainted with people, to see them again? It is for me.
It is.
Yeah,
it really is. And despite the glitches and everything, we can still talk and enjoy some time together. And if we got time, we can do a question that came in.
Let's do. We do have time.
Okay, so this is a big one. It says, "Hey, Pastor Bob, it's John from Long Beach, California. We met at Sanctuary before you left California years ago. Got a question for you. Have you ever heard from Wesley Mazurek? It's been years since I've been in contact with him."
Yeah.
So
and I haven't either. Yeah, Wes is an old friend, and I know who you're talking about, and I haven't heard or talked to him for many years. That's kind of sad.
Yeah,
he just kind of dropped off the face of the earth. It's sad to me when people do that, when you can't find them anymore.
Oh yeah. Even, and you've seen it as a pastor of a church. I see it pastoring, and it could literally be, something happened or everything's going well and they just pulled back and they're out, who knows?
Yes, absolutely.
Here's another question. So what are your thoughts? The Last Supper being the first true Thanksgiving.
I like that. That's obviously that's not what Thanksgiving was, and it was started for another thing.
Yeah.
But the Last Supper was definitely significant in our history as Christians. Yes.
So Jeff says, "Happy Thanksgiving, everyone."
Thanks, Jeff. I can't believe that we're here already, that it's tomorrow.
It doesn't seem real.
So the interesting thing is that, sometimes I forget, and I did that this morning. I asked one of my friends in Finland, "So what are you doing for Thanksgiving?" And he just laughs at me. He goes, we don't have Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
I forget.
It just seems unreal that the holidays are here already, and in the words of the great theologian James Hetfield, time marches on. So
and it does.
It does.
That's right. So, Bob, I was sitting the other day in Starbucks, and and I wear my earpods.
Yeah.
And I usually listen to a little bit of music to drown out the horrible music that is usually playing. And
I work at a place that does the same thing.
Yeah. So I thought, what do I want to listen to? Now, Starbucks is decorated to the nine with Christmas trees and all this stuff, and they put all this stuff up November 1st.
Wow.
Very easy, early Christmas. So I thought, and I'm one of those people that says, you shouldn't do anything for Christmas until after Thanksgiving, at least.
And that seems fair.
Well, I think it is. And people start so soon that, I don't know about you, but by the time Christmas comes around, I'm kind of tired of it. So it's usually a law that I have, my own law, that says, wait until after Thanksgiving and then start the festivities.
Absolutely.
But I couldn't help it.
Uh-oh.
So I put on classic Christmas music and listened to it on my headphones.
Are we talking like Bing Crosby era?
Yes, we are. We are.
That's all I listen to. Yep.
Bing Crosby and Frank Sinatra and Perry Como and all the oldies. And every year, that's such a treat.
Yep.
And I just couldn't help it. It's before Thanksgiving, and I did it anyway. Broke my own rules.
my little nephew, whenever he comes over at Christmas time, he knows Uncle Bob's going to play Dominic the Donkey for him.
Because, there you go.
Another classic Christmas corny one, but
it is.
I too, I that's all I listen to is the classic Christmas stuff. And on Sirius XM, they actually have one channel called Holiday Traditions, and it's nothing but Nat King Cole and everybody like that.
Yeah. Nat King Cole as well. Yes, absolutely.
Chris Keene said Mariah Carey Christmas music is evil.
Oh, I'm so over Mariah, and I'm over Mariah Carey Christmas music before it even gets started.
Oh yeah,
there's nothing that's been worn out more. Yeah, Chuck Billy does an awesome. That's good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So Chuck Billy, as you know, is in the singer that is my doppelganger.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. And he's in a band called Testament that most of you know. But yeah, that's interesting. So there are some great Christmas songs, like Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer.
Yep.
And then there's
one by Yorgi York.
Yes.
Yorgi Jorgensen.
Yes, Go Nuts for Christmas. Is that it?
The Yogi one is Jingle Bells.
Oh, Jingle Bells. Yeah. He also does another one. It's Yes, Go Nuts for Christmas. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Classic. And then, of course, the Chipmunks.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Christmas. And I remember the year that came out.
Do you?
Remember it very well. Yeah, I got the 45 RPM.
Now, on the Motown side of life and the oldie stuff, I love I think it's Temptation that do Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's
really?
Oh man, that thing is just really good. And actually, Mike Yoakum just said the Jackson 5 Christmas LP is lit.
Oh yes, and I've listened to it. It is good.
Oh, Amber Browning's hating right now.
Yeah, we've heard that song probably one too many times.
Yeah, but there's one. You said Perry Como. There's one where it's I think it's just called It's Christmas Time. He does. He has kids in it, and they sing German and everything, and or Italian. But it's just it's probably one of my favorite ones. So yeah.
And Perry Como did a lot of great songs. Those are all the things I grew up with, Bob.
Yeah.
That my dad listened to. Yeah.
Just remember, you just got to grab a shooting star and put it in your pocket.
Save it for a rainy day.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Good.
So, well, I suppose
Bob, that's why I like doing the show with you, because you know all the old stuff and the new stuff. So that's cool.
I try.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we've had a great show, Bob.
It was very good.
It really was. And we had some glitches. We weren't able to show everything. We weren't able to play the tape from our friend Jonathan from the metal shop. But
even now won't let me upload it.
Yeah. So we've got some glitches in the programming. And I've had some glitches today. I think some of the Apple devices reset and some of the programs don't quite work on it. My Apple TV this morning, I couldn't play hardly anything of it. It's almost every app I wanted to do said it needed to be updated.
And that's something.
Yeah, so maybe there's something going on with the whole ecosystem.
It could be.
Could be.
But it's Max. So we'll be back. So
yes. Well, Bob, you have a great Thanksgiving.
You as well, my friend. It's always fun. Say hi to your mom for me.
Fun. I definitely will. And folks out there, happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for you, thankful that you've been joining us, and thankful to be able to do this show every week. It's been a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.